Hi, welcome to the channel. Today's gonna be a little bit different of a video. I'm going to show you some clips of what I took last Thursday morning. It's Friday morning. Thursday night we had a bad storm come in. I know it hit Houston really hard. I made those clips right after. I made those clips first thing I got up that morning. We were still out of electricity. So this is Saturday morning, and so you can just kind of see the damage that's happened and stuff with the storm. Just to kind of give you an update on it. You know, it's not really complaining. This is just one of the storms that happened. People's lost a lot more than what I have. But, you know, this is the other part of the garden sometimes we don't think about. Sometimes you have damage. I could have probably done some things differently if you're seeing this in here. You know, I had a lot of fruit on it. I probably could have done a better job of pruning stuff out. But at the same time, some of the trees that I did prune well, they suffered damage too. So, but that's just something that happens in gardening. Most of this fruit was getting ruined anyway by brown rot, as you can see here. But if you have any suggestions for what to do with green plums, any recipes or something, put it down in the comments. Let me know, because you know I can save a lot of this stuff, but they're going to have to be picked before they get ripe. So anyway, hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Thanks. Hi, welcome to the channel. Today I was just going to show you the damage. We had a bad storm last night. Got a fair amount of rain, had some hail, a lot of heavy winds. This kind of blew over the pots here, and kind of show you all what happens. You see there was one mainline wind out of the north. He blew all those over, and when he blows over it knocks off fruit and things. But this is kind of what it looks like now. I go out in the garden, I know there's some trees that's broke down there. Some of the pots are knocked over. You know, that limb there came down last night, and we'll go look outside in the garden area and see what damage is out there. This is the backyard, several limbs down. You know, those weren't here before. Dogs trying to stay out of the wet the best they can. Dobermans don't like wet soil. And this is out in the orchard area. This actually happened the storm before, and then it finished pushing this over. This here wasn't all the way over. Like I say, it's broke from the roots. So it pushed it all the way over. And this one was not pushed over, you know, till last night. And this over here wasn't pushed over either. And it pushed over from the roots. One thing I think is starting to happen is everything's so wet that any wind at all, you know, the roots are just coming up out of the ground, because it's you know, normally that wouldn't have pushed over. Straight lines there, of course that was already dead, but pushed that over. And then the main tree over here broke off, and but it was partially dead anyway. And we'll go show you, I guess, from this back side. Over here, this tree is leaned over, and you see it's used to be tied up to that deal there, but I think it had a bungee cord on it. That tree there broke off. The top of it was the same height as that one over there. Of course, you really can't tell the difference on it. So, you know, we got some mainline winds that came through, and let me go to the other side and see what happens on the other side of the garden. That peach tree there also got broke off. A little bit there. A little bit of damage on the pear tree. And we can mow this orchard, by the way, sometimes. And then we'll say I'll go back to the back side and show it. But everything's kind of blowed from the north to the south. So that's which way the wind was coming. Now that tree didn't sustain any damage, so that's good. And we got a lot of limbs that broke down there out there that weren't down before. So, you know, we got some pretty hard winds last night. But my peppers survived. They're looking good. However, well, these did okay too. So I don't want to show everything that looks bad and didn't look good. But anyway, let's go on in. I'm going to see a little bit more from the other side, how everything's blowed over. Blackberries, of course, have done fine. Yeah, this used to be the path that we'd walk down through, so I'm gonna cut this tree down here. It's fruit always rot on it anyway, so, you know. And then, let's see if I can get back up over here. I'm so sorry for the jiggling of the camera, but I'm not used to the cameraman. So I'm not gonna walk it quite as good. And like I said, this is from the back side of the beech you saw a while ago. So it's all the way down to the ground. So we have to cut it out. Since it comes from the roots though, I'll be able to save enough that it'll reproduce. It's pretty sure that's going to be the, it's one of the proof chicken sauce. The Guthrie. So that's going through here. That one's blowed over even more. Like I say, it had a lot of fruit on it, and we'll probably try to pick some of the fruit that we can here. I'm going on in here, kind of showing where it's kind of uprooted. And then come in over here, the tomatoes, and I haven't really done one of the tomatoes yet, but they've done okay. I didn't have all of them turned up. One thing I will show you is the jujube tree. It also got pushed over. And once a tree gets pushed over, it's hard to ever get them to straighten up. And then we'll come over here and look at the corn, which, yeah, and it's right at that stage of corn. It's not going to straighten back up very easily. I'll just kind of leave it on. And actually, after looking at it, it's not quite as bad as I thought it was going to be. And that jujube over there pushed over. So, but I think that's about all the damage. And some of it, you know, the corns actually did better than I thought it would. So anyway, that's what the garden looks like after having a big windstorm. The pears probably going to suffer some damage over there, but I don't see any right now. But anyway, it's all part of gardening. So, and it was a pretty bad storm last night, so we're not used to getting, you know, other than a hurricane, and we're not used to getting hail up here either. So I used to be in West Texas, and we get hail pretty often, but it didn't last very long. But anyway, we're super saturated and things blow over easy. So anyway, till next time, thanks for watching.